afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We're here to celebrate the official opening of the Dunlap Creek Trail. Look how beautiful this is. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I don't want to go back. We'll see. We'll see. This is a project that adds an exciting new chapter to one of Fayette County's most beautiful parks. 1.3-mile trail is much more than just a walking path. It represents a commitment to making outdoor recreation available and accessible to everyone. Designed and built to very strict ADA standards, along with new ADA parking and accessible pathways around the lake, this project helps ensure that more residents can enjoy everything that Dunlap Creek has to offer. So I was talking with someone earlier who is just building a house right near here, and she's here today for the ribbon cutting because this is going to be her place. And then I was talking to someone else who said, "Did you see the eagle? Did you know there was an eagle?" Two of them. I'm really not going back now. I know. Underneath a pavilion, little computer, I think I'd be good. So I have a lot to say, but I have a feeling I'll take other people's words. That's been my MO lately, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to hear from quite a few people today, a lot about some trails, a lot about outdoor recreation, and I want to let them talk about how important this is. So invite a few people up to say a few words, and first on my list, I would invite Senator Pat Stefano. You going back after this? This is beautiful.
I know. This is what you see behind me is what I sell all across Pennsylvania. I said, come here, we have what you're looking for. But congratulations, I know how much work this took, because I am very familiar with Pennsylvania's convoluted permit system and grants and applications and all that it took in the engineering. So thank you for putting all that together and getting it done to have this final ribbon cutting for the trail, because I know it's been a while. But here we are, and we're going to celebrate it, and we know what trails do. And a beautiful outdoor recreation spot like this, we know what that brings. And I'd love to see more people moving into the area to enjoy areas just like this. And as you heard, people don't want to go back to work because this is where they want to be, and this is where we want the rest of Pennsylvania to come, visit, and stay. So congratulations for navigating all the paperwork, all the hurdles that were in your way to finally get to this point. And we're excited to come in and enjoy it with you. Congratulations.
Representative Krupa was not able to be with us here today, but she has sent Deborah Rhodes from her office. Deborah?
Working my way forward. Good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to see all of you out on this very fine day. I think we can all say we'd be very happy to do without rain for at least a little bit. Like, no mud is good. Representative Krupa sends her apologies that she can't be here. I always say I've tried to have her in two places at once. It never works. She would especially like to be here today because anyone who knows Charity knows that she is an outdoors woman, and she just eats this stuff up, as should we all. We lose sight of the fact, living in rural Fayette County, that there are a lot of people in a lot of places who don't have access to anything like this. And it's important to get out, to get in touch with nature. It's good for our hearts, our minds, our bodies, our souls. There's lots of research out there that'll talk to you about just how much we are missing out on by not being outside, and being outside just a little bit every day would benefit each and every one of us. So it's wonderful to be here celebrating this day. I know this project has been a very long time in the making. I hope that it is well used for many, many years to come. And again, let's celebrate what Fayette County has to offer. So thank you very much.
Did y'all see the fish he just caught?
Yeah.
I'm very pleased to say today we also have Adam Mattis with us from the DCNR, and I don't even know that I'm going to ask him to speak, and he's shaking his head no. Do you want to say congratulations, Adam?
You're gonna go to my 10th favorite.
Oh, come on, you know you do. It's up to you.
Just congrats. That's all I'm here for.
All right, that works for me. We're glad you're here. Stay in Fayette the rest of the day, and maybe tomorrow. I'm good with that. Also here with us today is Ann Nemenick from Go Laurel Highlands, who I know wants to talk about outdoor recreation because that's what we talk about. And what a beautiful day in the Laurel Highlands it is. Ann?
Thank you, Muriel. I don't even need to come down and say hello. Thank you. Well, you're welcome for a beautiful day. I think we've ordered that up, and I've been in Fayette County a lot the last couple of weeks, but for 2 ribbon cuttings, for 2 trails. So I want to congratulate the group that worked really hard to make this happen. And it's really about partnerships. You don't do it alone, and trails are not inexpensive. So you need a group that works together, but also sees what else can be. You know, we see these young boys down here very excited about catching a fish. That's one thing. You see someone out on a boat. That's number 2. But this trail affords an opportunity for everyone to be able to get outdoors and enjoy the space that we have here in Fayette County and the Laurel Highlands. Trails and parks are not just for residents. Certainly, that's very critical and very important. But my job in travel and tourism is to point out these little places that folks just might not know exist. And trust me, when they pull in the parking lot and they get out and they see and are able to experience this, just the quiet tranquility, my goodness, don't we all need that? I think that we do. So it's exciting here in Fayette County. I continue to see momentum over and over and over again. And it's not just with singular projects. There are a lot of things that are on the drawing board. There are a lot of things in the works, and there are things that are in your future, which to me is very, very exciting. So I join all of you today and Muriel and her team in congratulating you and commissioners. Just keep those projects flowing because you're doing a wonderful job for this county, for the residents, and in my job, doing it for visitors as well. So thank you and congrats. You're welcome.
So this is a county project, and I'm so incredibly proud of the work in this county in so many different ways and so many different projects. Just the ability of our elected officials to really put the future of Fayette County into perspective. And in all ways, I love when the bicycles go past. You love it. So let's hear from our commissioners about the project and how important it is to where we are and how we grow as a county in the future. Let me introduce Commissioner Chair Scott Dunn.
I often try to start talks like this by, it's a beautiful day in Fayette County. I did that in Mill Run in the rain because it was still a beautiful day because we were dedicating a walking trail in Mill Run, but it does not get any better than this. This is amazing. And I also said in Mill Run, when we collaborate in Fayette County, we can do anything. Anything that we put our heads to. There are so many collaborators out there today. Adam, thank you so much. The DCNR, there were meetings when we thought this project wasn't going to happen, and you stayed the course with us and really helped us through it. We greatly appreciate all you did. Gibson Thomas Engineering did the design of this. K2 Engineering did the inspections that for the project. Joey and Art, thank you, our parks and our planning departments. Really thank you very much for all the hard work you did. They did the yeoman's, they did all the legwork on this. We have other partners like the Chamber and Go Laurel Highlands. The amount of people who collaborated here, I left out the Allen Township supervisors who, without you guys pitching in here and there, where's Joe at? And that goes to a previous board, Joe and John. There was a vision here that that this could happen. And throughout this process, where's the captain at? He thought we were never getting this done, but we got it done. And it's just an amazing feeling to see this and know already how popular it is. I did my wife and I came out and walked around about a month ago, and I put a reel on Facebook, and it had 55,000 hits, and which is just an amazing thing, because you never know what on Facebook's going to be popular or not. But this was very popular. To my fellow commissioners, there was some people that did not want us to do this project. So we had to stand in the face of criticism to make sure that this got done. Thank you for remaining steadfast in your commitment. And this is a great day for Fayette County. It's 1.89 miles we figured out, and I'm leading the race when we're done. So
Does that mean we don't have to go back?
you don't have to go back to work. Nobody has to go back to work. Well, Mark does, but other than that, yeah.
Not art.
Art gets a freebie. Hey, thank you all. This is a great day for Fayette County. Thank you all so much for your collaboration to making this great new amenity in Fayette County happen. Thank you so much.
Commissioner Vasides, do you want to say a few words?
Of all days to wear a jacket. Wow. But yeah, I'm real excited about this. It's been a long time coming. I knew there was a lot of public support for this, even though we had some naysayers. But people, I could just tell by the number of calls that our Parks and Recreation was getting, and our commissioner's office, about when's the trail going to start, when's the trail going to be done. So they really wanted this badly, and you can see why. I mean, this is a beautiful venue. Started out as a flood control lake many decades ago, and it's always been a great place to come fishing. When they stock at the state, and but to add this trail to it, it's enhanced this property so much, and it's going to be a tourism venue, a recreational tourism venue, and I hope, Ann, that you promote this and let people know that it's here so people come and utilize it. I know, like on the weekends, you can't even get a parking space sometimes. That's how crowded it is, and that's a good thing. But people of Fayette County can enjoy this for many decades to come, and also it helps us in our economic development efforts. Recreational opportunities, that's one of the main questions employers ask when they want to come here. What are your recreational opportunities? Of course, we've had vast recreational opportunities in the county, but this just adds one more layer to that can only help us in our promotion of Fayette County. So enjoy this place. It was a team effort. Scott named them all. I'm glad you did, because I would have left somebody out.
I'm sitting there wondering if I did.
Yeah, but it was a collaborative effort, I think that's the way you get things done: teamwork, collaboration, and all I can say is, yo, Joe Petrucci, we did it. You bugged me for years about this, and John Yanko, and now you guys are out of office. So you got new supervisors, and that group really helped us. When we had a couple roadblocks, they stepped in and helped. They built that nice bridge down there that really connected things. Spent township money. They're going to put a fence over here on the dam, just for safety reasons. They stepped in and helped, with the construction of this. But the money we spent was well worth it, and we'll get a zillion times return on it. So, and special thanks to Joe Ambrose. He's really worked hard on this project, and Art Capella, and all the people that helped engineering-wise, Gibson Thomas, K2. Thank you very much, and thanks, Chamber, for cutting the ribbon for us. Thank you.
Dutch?
Wow, I'll tell you, if you stand up here and you get your camera, there's a beautiful frame that goes all the way around this lake this trail, and it is a beautiful picture. And I understand there is a couple eagles out there. I didn't see them, but this is gorgeous. I thank you to the Manellan Township group, past and present supervisors, to my partners in crime here, Scott and Vince. I know they worked on this hard before I even got here, but I am a recreation and trails person, and I'll be on board for all the projects coming up. Joe, Art, great job. K2, and of course Gibson Thomas, thank you. This has been something that we've been waiting for. I know since I got on the Board of Commissioners, we've probably had about 10 meetings just in the last year on this. Joe keeps calling them, we keep meeting with them, and there's been a couple snags, but overall, this is one gorgeous park. I understand it's the only recreation facility in Manellan other than Keisterville. I don't know if I'm right on that, but so this is wonderful for you guys and for your township out here. I know I'll bring my golden retriever out here. I'm sure she'll enjoy walking the trail or walking me on the trail. But thanks again, everybody. Couldn't be a better bunch of people here. Muriel, again, thank you. The chamber's always there for us, and our videographer here always with us. So thanks again. I'm proud to be here. Thank you.
So I know we have a good group of supervisors, past and current, and I would open the floor up. Does anyone want to say a few words about this project? You're more than welcome to come down.
Captain Al.
Captain, come
Captain
on.
Al has something.
You.
Thank you. First of all, this is homecoming to me, folks. And the reason why I say that, I lived here 41 years. If you look at the house back there, that's where we resided. We moved in 2018. Going back, I watched this lake being built. That's how, I guess, old I am. No, I did. There used to be a stream only here. That was it. And then all of a sudden I got word they were going to build a flood control dam out here. So anyway, the engineers asked me if they could put their business office on my property. I said, absolutely. Well, I was a nib-noser. I used to go into that office and I used to get all this information from them, okay, concerning the development of the lake. I saw all these charts where this was going to be, that was going to be. So what an experience that has been, okay? So in the meantime, I burned two ends of the candle. I was a school administrator, a school teacher. At the same time, I was running a business called Captain Al's. And I lived here for, as I said, 41 years. And I have a real backlog of information, thank God, in my brain concerning the development of this lake. And it wasn't that we didn't want to stay here any longer. It was because we were looking at the future. We were getting older, my wife and I, and it was a tough decision to leave, but I said, Rita, I said, that's her name. I said, Rita, whenever you think you want to move, let me know. Because I have 2 artificial knees, and she was getting older along with me. And one day she came to me and she said, Al. I said, yeah. She said, you know what? I think we better start looking for another place. Now, it was not easy. This was my life, 41 years, okay? So all these things going on. But in the meantime, I developed a committee called the Dunlap Lake Task Force Committee. We worked with the county for at least 25 years, okay, on different projects. We had a great group of guys here, and ladies as well. And we worked together. We had meetings at the courthouse with our county officials, okay, and township officials, and things went real well. We developed a master site plan for Dunlap Lake Park about 8 years ago. And within that plan, if you go to their website, Fayette County website, look up the master site plan for Dunlap Lake Park. And it'll talk about all the different things we've entered into this plan to make it a great, great place for everybody. And one of the great things we entered was a walking trail. I'll be honest with you, I never thought it was going to happen. We worked hard with the commissioners, our township people, and then one day I got a call, they said, from the township people, and they said, we've got the monies, we're gonna be putting in the lake. When they say they got the monies from the county officials, okay? So of course, the township individuals, township supervisors had to get involved. It was a consortium of people, okay? And here it is, lo and behold. I'll tell you, when I was a young guy, I had an uncle who was in the asphalt business, and I worked for him. It was for $1 an hour. Okay, that's the truth. Underage, out of high school. But anyway, I know a little bit about asphalt. So when I came out here a few weeks ago, I was looking at it, and I was watching it being developed too. Whoever did the construction, I don't know the company's name, I'm sorry, but they met all of the policies and things that govern putting in the asphalt in the proper way. They put down a great base, limestone rock, that's your base. They put a rough coat on top of that, and finally they put this very nice top coat. They did a whale of a job because I did a lot of that hard work with my uncle, so I got a little bit of knowledge about this. But anyway, look, I want to thank the township supervisors for working with our group called the Dunlap Lake Task Force Committee over the years. I also want to thank all of the county commissioners. Believe you me, we had a lot of meetings at the courthouse, and it was a matter of giving and taking constantly. And it worked out. It worked out. I'm looking for other things to work out too. Hopefully we can get some of these other pavilions refurbished. That would be a big thing. But I'll tell you what, this is simply a wonderful, wonderful project for all the people. Not only in Manellan Township, not only in Fayette County, even going beyond those areas, okay? It's a big attraction. It has a lot to do, as Vince Vasidi said, economic development. Economic development, because it relates to that, okay? So, enough said. I am so happy, 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 happy that this has come to pass. And I thank all of you for bearing with my for me going on and on and on with this discussion with you. But it's my pleasure being here. This was my home, like I said, 41 years. Okay, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I got one story here.
Come on, come on.
Just one story.
One story, Joe.
Yeah. Just 30 years ago, John Yanko, Joe Novotny, and myself, we caved into Captain Al's group, and we built a trail through the woods over there, went all the way over and connected with the road, so you could use the road and our trail that we put in. But we didn't put any silt fence up. And the fish warden showed up with 3 sets of handcuffs. He wanted to take us to jail. But that's how long we've been after this. And I commend that Captain Al and John Yanko, who was the inspector on this job. And I knew when they hired John, there's no contractor was going to get away with anything because that guy's on top of it. But that's all. I thought that was an amusing story when he brought 3 sets of handcuffs. He wanted to take us. Thankfully, we called somebody and they called somebody and yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. It's a celebration. Anyone else want to say a few words? Joey, Art, anybody else? Well then, I've got a great idea at this point. What do you say we cut a ribbon and make this thing official? Sound good? All right. All right, and everybody help me now. Ready on 3. 1, 2,